Diablo 4, an absolute pile of burning trash, as we all know. Why make the seasons fun and enjoyable? Why make the base game playable? Why make the story make sense if you can just sell $100 horse armor? Oh, I mean $65 horse armor. Oh, Blizzard, you're spoiling us at this rate.
In the beginning, I want to say that I have a point I want to make, and you're going to need to watch all of it to get my point and tell me if you agree or not. Let's go. So
he's saying you should watch my video until the end, essentially.
There's a conversation that's been going on lately about
Agreed.
Cosmetics, their pricing structure in Diablo 4. Pretty much every day somebody is coming into my chat and saying something along the lines of, Darth, have you seen the $65 paid cosmetic horse in Diablo 4? And then I have to do my response to this. So let's look at the articles that are being written currently. Let's look at the upvoted Reddit posts. Let's look at the conversations that are going on Twitter, and let's break down exactly what's going on with Diablo 4 cosmetic microtransactions. This is the primary example. $65. This was posted 22 hours ago. The new Scourge mount can be purchased in a bundle with 7,000 plus.
Wow, look at that. Yet another horse that doesn't even look that good, to be honest. I mean, this is slightly different. Mainly because it's not just a, you know, a dark or red color palette, which is strange for Diablo 4 to not have. But again, I'm not even impressed. If I look at these ears right here, they looked glued on, but maybe that's just me.
Platinum for $65, and then they show right here this horse. Pretty good looking cosmetic horse. There is no way to acquire this horse.
Oh, he's already in his new apartment, in his new place of living. Well, no, it's not an apartment. He's already in his new place of living. Nice. Good on you. Looks also pretty good, not gonna lie. Wow. Nice.
Not under an Uber drop rate. There's no other way in the game. If you see somebody with this horse, they spent $65 on the bundle in order to acquire the horse as well as the platinum that comes with it. This is one of the primary examples that people...
Bro, if people are gonna defend this again and by saying, oh my god, but you also get platinum for free, it's such a good deal. This is such a good deal to pay $100. You get platinum for free. If someone tries to again use this as defense for Blizzard, I don't even know what I'm gonna do.
Will use when they talk about the pricing of cosmetics in the game. So the first point I want to make is the point if people say that it is a $65 paid horse skin, that is disingenuous. It comes with $70 basically of platinum, their premium currency. You can argue
he knows. He is aware, boys. He knows the game.
The structure of the premium currency pricing if you want, and then you get the horse as well. One argument to be made would be there's no way to get this horse unless you buy that much amount of platinum and you get...
You know what? I'm gonna just tell you the real crux of the issue here. What this is really all about. It's not about it being a $65 horse skin that's shit and it has no real value. It's about the fact that Blizzard has the absolute gall at this point to add something like this to a barely functioning game that 99% of the players dislike in a severe fashion. It's just the fact that the game's complete garbage, the developers are headless chickens running around and doing the South Park gig, but they add a horse that costs $65 and it's supposed to be value and you're supposed to be happy. It's just...
it as a bonus, in which case I would agree. This horse is locked behind a $65 purchase, though you're not paying $65 only for the horse. My opinion is I would rather cool looking items in these games, particularly games that are paid AAA games where we pay upfront pricing. I personally would prefer the best looking skins in the game to be chase related items or reward based items. However, I also...
That's really a good point. I actually didn't think about that one, that skins could be chase items. But that's because I feel, well, yeah, to cut myself some slack here, I feel that it makes sense that I didn't think about it because I have said for such a long time that most sets in this game look horrible. Like, It's just so bland and dreary, the color palette of this game, that it's really hard to introduce a set that people are gonna actually look at and be like, wow, this is cool. Unless you introduce a set that's, you know, like a pink cherry blossom tree or something like that, no one's gonna even notice the difference. I'm not gonna lie, I play Diablo 4, and I literally barely ever even remotely care about how my character looks, because it's just so hard to notice on the screen.
Understand this is a live service game, and the access to the shop and selling these different cosmetics will actually help the development of...
Yeah, like, I mean, look at this. Do you think this is actually noticeable in game? Hell no.
The game, though it's hard for me to say that when it is a multi-billion-dollar company that owns them. So if you're asking me if I get really pissed off, I know there's...
True. This is most likely 100% false. Diablo 4 does not need to sell any microtransactions at this point to single-handedly by themselves have enough money for the expansion.
There's a lot of Reddit posts, there's a lot of articles about it.
Everything currently microtransaction-wise is most likely just general greed.
I don't tend to care that much about cosmetics, with the point aside that I think the best looking cosmetics in the game, the stuff that you really want to be like, that guy looks cool, should be in-game chase achievement based items in order to have the...
Yeah, I'm stealing this opinion. Yeah, I'm gonna steal that opinion, I'm not gonna lie. It's a really good opinion that this should be actually rewards that you chase for.
Prestige that comes with it. One of the coolest items in any game, in my opinion, is the party hat in RuneScape. I think that that is a great...
True. I also think, I also gonna add to this, I think all successful games have fashion as their end game. RuneScape, Fashionscape is the end game. Final Fantasy, definitely Fashionscape is the end game. World of Warcraft, Transmog is the end game. And, well, that's pretty much it. In every successful game that people like en masse, fashion is the end game of the game, or a huge part that everyone wants to partake in. In Diablo 4, no. Just no.
Token example of something that is a chase item. However, with the point aside, paid cosmetics do not ruin the game for me. However, it might leave a sour taste in your mouth depending upon how you look at it, because some of these cosmetics, the pricing doesn't exactly make you feel respected as a player. Let's look at one such example that is being used as a fairly negative example of paid cosmetics, which I would actually agree with this one. So if you go to add-ons here, while the horse comes with, as you can see, 7,000 platinum here.
I had no idea this exists.
Let me actually move my camera a little bit so you can see it. Comes with 7,000 platinum for $65. And if you look at the platinum cost, 7,000 platinum is basically 70 bucks. I mean, you get a little bit extra. They say free, but you get more the more you pay, basically. But 10 bucks, 1,000 platinum, okay. But if you look at this one for $30 that gives 1,000 platinum as well, you're going to realize that these are Porto cosmetics that are more or less recolors with some cool glowy shit around it, maybe lightning, etc. These are...
I like the purple one, but dude, selling portal skins makes sense in Path of Exile, where you have your own base and where you can put the portal device next to the people you sell your shit to, and it would make sense in Diablo 2, where you see portals constantly. But in Diablo 3, selling portal skins doesn't make sense because you don't see the portals. You roughly see the portal for 1 second on average or something like that. You open it up, there's no portal. You instantaneously go through it. And then the moment you are through the portal, the villages are large, so you go away from the portal. You no longer see it. Selling portals is completely useless because people don't see portals.
Class base. So this is the rogue one. Okay, this right here is the necromancer one, so you get a cool skull that pops up. This one right here is your druid one, so you get vines around it. This right here is $10 worth of platinum, and then you have another $20. So it basically boils down to like 20 bucks for 5 Portos, $4 for this
First two portals were the best.
though, and it's up to you to determine whether or not you think there's a value of $4 for one of these portos. All right, that's basically what it breaks down to. To be fair, however, for the people that do not believe in these cosmetics, I want to make a few points as to why cosmetics could actually be unhealthy for a game of this nature. First of all, look at the horse. One of the coolest looking horses
what the
locked
hell?
behind a $65 purchase. Imagine if this horse came out with different tiers.
I think this is the World of Warcraft principle, where everyone looks like a Christmas tree at this point. Wow. I mean, I guess now it's cooler, but at the same time, I have questions that I don't think anyone should answer for the sake of, like, where's the horse? There's more, I don't even know what the horse at this point. I mean, yeah, it kind of looks appealing, but I'm not going to try and sink my brain into it because it's going to break.
Sort of like the gladiator mounts in World of Warcraft back in the day, and this was announced as your leaderboard reward for the different tiers you make. You make gold, you get a gold-based one. You make platinum, now you have a platinum version of this horse. They could actually do something that would drive gameplay excitement and rewards based upon a content feature upcoming, instead of just a place on the leaderboard. Instead of having the artist work on something that is locked behind a $65 paywall, why not make this the reward for hitting?
Yeah. I mean, his point is simple. He's given an example, but his overall point is super simple. Artists are wasting their time on this, but there's tons of things that could actually be made better looking in Diablo 4. More crisp, more clear, more better looking, and whatnot. But instead, they're doing this.
Diamond tier on a leaderboard. Something I realize about my own content is that the further that you chase the monetary value and the revenue generated with your business over increasing the value provided to the consumer, the worse your overall content becomes.
Okay, that sentence actually fully made sense and was correct, which is actually crazy. That scares me.
So my argument would be that the focus on making the horse as cool as possible to drive the monetization of your in-game shop, putting the best content there so that people go there, takes away from the innate value of making people go to the game in general. Yeah. I think that this horse is a fantastic example.
Well, not many, to be fair, but yeah, it definitely does. But not many, thankfully.
Of one such decision made where this could be the reward for an upcoming incentivized leaderboard.
I'm not gonna lie though, this I don't agree. Bruh, if this is gonna be the reward for the leaderboards, then people are gonna be pissed, okay? First of all, they can't even make a top 1,000 for each class because there's not even 1,000 people probably left playing this game at this point when the gauntlet comes. Second of all, the only people that are left playing the game are imaginably sweaty, okay? So, yeah. People would be pissed. The casual play, this doesn't work, okay? The casual player does not even care about being competitive. They maybe playing ranked, and they literally could not give a less of a shit if they're like bronze or whatever, if that's the lowest tier. They don't care in general, because they're just playing for fun, and they fully understand they're not the best, and they don't even want to be the best. And when you have something that people can potentially think as cool, and it's locked behind being a literal sweat, and only like 5 people can get access to it or something like that, that's gonna piss people off. That is gonna piss people off to a degree.
That has hype around it that in-game players are excited to dive into, and then you hit them with, check out this cool fucking horse. The best one we've made so far, coming to Diablo 4 for free at different tiers depending upon your leader Show your
Okay, so the horse is green.
friends
Right?
how far.
Okay, so the horse is green and it has emeralds growing on it or something like that. Maybe it's like spooky ghost corruption something, and it has like diamond-esque things and crystals forming on it. So, okay, but why is the mouth just normal in this case? I mean...
Or you got on the leaderboard. So imagine on the BlizzCon stage when they're announcing this gauntlet, instead of just show yourself where you're on the leaderboard, it's show yourself where you're on the leaderboard and get something for your goal, other than just a leaderboard icon, etc. Everywhere you go in the game, people will see this horse. It is a game that I
still can't get over the fact that Blizzard ironically thinks that the gauntlet is gonna save Diablo 4 and it's gonna be big. The gauntlet should be just some kind of random shit that they throw out and not even announce because it's such a little thing and no one cares about it.
Purposely have made with other players in the world, and now those other players will know how much you're committed to our world, and you build value in the world itself. You build value and pride in your own character's achievements, which actually builds your audience retention within the game. And the longer...
Okay, we're becoming a little bit melodramatic here with this take, but okay.
The people are still playing the game and the longer they're in there, then they might take time to go look in your shop. So in my opinion, there actually is a little bit of a miscalculation if you put the best looking cosmetics in these shops. While I don't mind selling cosmetics as a general philosophy, I think that's okay. When you do the best looking ones, the shit that people really want in a game that has achievements, that is when you start to get a mismatch. Then you throw in the fact that the game itself has high monetary cost associated with it from the start with a $70 price tag. Then we start to see a more clear picture of you really don't want to sell things that are too expensive that are also the best looking things in the game, or at least that's my opinion as I think about it longer. Does this monetization ruin Diablo 4? No. Does the pour those
Crystal and Bone
ruin Diablo 4? No. Maybe they're a little expensive. But is it a missed opportunity? In my opinion.
Bro, I absolutely, by the way, love the fact that they're always, look at this, they're always offering free premium currencies. That's crazy.
In my opinion, yes. So if you're asking me today what I would have implemented if I was the one running Diablo 4, this cool horse would have been done in different tiers as a reward for the leaderboard. It would have been announced at the BlizzCon stage saying, here's your gold, platinum, diamond version. Go climb, try to get it. I understand that there will always be people that will push back about anything that would then...
Okay. I think he obviously also implies that that would be like lower tier rewards and whatnot. So it wouldn't be that horrible of a decision. People would not be crying if they got a participation trophy at least, right? But, you know, still people would be kind of mad.
State that, hey, well, I don't have the time all day to earn the diamond horse. I'm annoyed about that, and this is only content for the no-lifers, just like Uber crafting. I understand that, and my response to that as a company would be, get good, scrub. This is an ARPG in which you need to play the game to get the reward.
This is the easiest ARPG on the market, and it is designed by that to get exactly all the people who have these opinions to play it.
And then I would have made the game fun so that people...
So you can't say that because you're literally just throwing out a giant middle finger to all of the people who you wanted originally as your core audience.
Want to play the game. That is my opinion on this. I don't think there's anything wrong with having content locked behind actually having to play the game. In fact, I think a lot of people want to play the game so much to get these kinds of achievements. I think that is perfectly acceptable. In fact, you want items that players cannot get because they aren't good in...
Yeah, true, but you also want the game to just be good in general, first of all.
Enough to get there. I don't have all the gladiator...
Anyway, that was our boy DM, better known as the Skittleator. Dark Microtransactions TV, boys. Good video. Another 100% dollar horse. Man, you can't make this up at this point. It's just wow. Anyway, bye-bye.